Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Whiskey Wednesday night here on the Master and Drum. What is going on, everybody? Nice to see a bunch of you in here tonight already. Tonight's a big night. Not only are we going to do round 2 of our Rye Whiskey of the Year taste off, but this is the first time I'll be showing drum key spirits on camera in my whiskey room and revealing to you guys what the labels actually look like. So, well, the label, I don't have the single barrels yet, but I have the debut. My first blend will be revealed tonight. I'll show you guys as much as I can with the bottle cam, all the different details and stuff that's on it. So I cannot wait to share it with you. I actually poured a little bit in my glass tonight because I have not tasted it for a little while. So I'm excited. As you can see, I'm a little bit, I don't know, a little bit lost for words. I cannot wait. It's going to be awesome. So we'll get into that in a little bit. Yep, Grinch is back. He's chilling out with me here. How you doing, buddy? Yeah, he's still grumpy. What's going on, Trav? Nice to see some folks there. Tonight we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is it 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is it 10 ryes or 11 ryes? Yeah, 10 ryes. Holy crap. Shouldn't there be 11? Am I missing one? Am I missing a rye? I didn't mark that one, did I? I think I got all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. I'm already baffled. Did I? No, I got them all. Okay. Whew. Math is hard. There's too many glasses, guys. What is going on? Let me say hi to a bunch of you in the chat here. Here we go. 96 Milliman here for that drum key reveal. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Travis Robeson is here. Good evening and welcome, everyone. Tap that like button on the way to help get Jason to 1 million subscribers. It's a tall order, man, but I appreciate you. Echo Juliet is here. What's going on, EJ? Nice to see you. We got John Legalbo. Some big names in that rye flight tonight. Yeah, all the heavy hitters are tonight. We have some big ones, and we're going to see who ends up going against the Raconteur Rye Gemini 2, the President's Choice Rye, and then also the New Riff High Note 10-year rye. So those are the 3 that won last week. We'll see which top 3 move on tonight. Maybe there's an honorable mention in there tonight because there's just too many damn good ryes, and we'll see what happens. Bourbon Coach is here. What's going on, Bourbon Coach? Nice to see you, man. Sandeep Chima is here. Nice to see you as always. We got Trav. We got Joey B. Tim Romero is here. We got Philosophize. Whiskey Wednesday. Cheers all. What's going on? Justin Jenkins is here. Nice to see you as always. Bourbon, you hold the drum and key to my palate and soon my wallet. Yep. That's probably a little true. Jay to the low. What's going on? Dr. Sped, cheers a bit of OFPC rye on the Glen tonight. Oh, Dr. Sped got himself a PVC rye. PVC. PFC, PVC. Going back to when I used to do construction and used to help install PVC pipe. That was in my head somehow. WV Whiskey, cheers. My bet is on the JD Tanyard. I think that's the going favorite tonight, but I would not sleep on the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, the batch that they did, that they released at the distillery, the Y25, whatever it was, Y2K. Forgot the damn name of it, but I think that's gonna. I think also there's some dark horses in here too. You have Sagamore 10 in here tonight. You have the 13 Colony Cast Strength Rye in here tonight. You have the Pursuit Triple Mash Rye in here tonight. So there's a lot of good ones here. Nathan Jurgensen, cheers, all going Scotch tonight. Mortlock 16-year pick in the Glen. Damn, a pick. What's up, Pork Chop? Hanging with Isaac Fufu. He says, cheers. What's up? Say, Jonathan, say hi to Lance for me. Randall Erickson is there. What's going on? We got Night Method. A-Brod is here. What's going on? JG. My Bourbon Buddy is here. Found a JD14 sitting around at MSRP today. What the hell? Dude, that's a day right there. Corvette Trey is here. Time to get this party started, he says. Let's see. Just going down. Rees Mash is here. Hope you had a great turkey day. Overholt 12-year in the glass tonight. Yes, I also did go pick up the new Overholt to your guys' recommendation. So if it finishes poorly and I wasted my money, I blame you guys. Josh Fritz is here. What's up, Fritzy? Congrats on Drum Key. Thank you so much. JG is here as always. What is going on, JG? Nice to see you, man. DSL 5520. I've been looking for that Silver Springs in the photo. Can't find it. Anybody know what states to look? It's not available in many places yet, but if you have someone in Kentucky, I think it's there. And I'm trying to remember where else he said it was available. I don't know if there's anybody else in the chat that can help DSL out. I don't remember where it is. We got Top Dog in the house. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you, Top Dog. Connoisseur Cigar. What's going on, Eric? Nice to see you, man. Carlos Robles is here. Happy Whiskey Wednesday. Cheers, everyone. Rare Breed is here. Cheers, Whiskey fam. We got Clint Nolan is here. We got who else? Jay Raw. Heck yeah, made it to the live. Cheers. What's up, Jay Rare? Nice to see you, man. Let's see. Who's this? Henry Hickey. What's going on? He says, let's go. And a bunch more people coming in. I just need to scroll down and catch up here because I'm way behind. A lot of messages coming in. Another year for rye being better than bourbon? I don't think so, JC. I don't think this is. I wouldn't classify this as the year of the rye. There was some. Here's the thing. I think so many interesting bourbons released this year, and while there were a lot of misses, while there were a lot of disappointing whiskeys, I do think there were a lot of hits. So we'll see how that shakes out at the end of the year. Should be an interesting, end of the year tasting. For me, there are definitely some favorites in the mix. Honestly, after spending a little bit more time with George T. Stagg 2025, I don't know if it's really one of my favorites that I've had. I feel like I like last year's better. I don't know. It's one of those things where that hazmat profile that it has, and it just kind of sucks that you have to add water to it to really open it up. I don't know if anybody else in the chat got their hands on a Stagg 25 and had the same experience. Am I crazy? I don't know. Let me know if you guys, heeded my advice and maybe add a couple drops to open it up just to see how it would do. But who knows? It might be opening up a little bit in that bottle, and maybe some of that ethanol is just escaping a little bit more. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more flavorful by the time we get into the blind taste off at the end of the year. Hey, here with Hoverhawk. Sent you a message on Patreon. My first visit to Kentucky, hoping for some pro tips. Oh, I'll check that out. Sorry if I missed that. It's been a week. Jeremy says passed on it. 2024 rye, 2025 wheater, 2026 tequila and Ambiorana. Says Whiskey Habit. I really hope that's not true. Dear God. Hazmat is such a dumb trend. Yeah, I'm kind of over the whole hazmat thing because now when guys like post pictures, of single barrel picks, now it's all about the hazmat. It's either nobody even talks about the flavor anymore. It's hazmat. I had to have it. So, I mean, I get it. Hazmat it's a cool thing, but I think for whatever reason, when it was something kind of trendy, now it's become a major trend, and that's all anyone cares about apparently anymore. Jason C, did you have too much caffeine today? I might have. I had a lot of caffeine. I was up very early for work. And I don't like getting up early in the morning, so I had a lot of coffee today. So if I talk fast, or if I'm talking too fast, just maybe I'm just too excited for the whole drum key thing. I'm a little bit amped right now, so sorry. JG, keep up, buddy. It's happening. Love the Grinch Nikes. Yes, a lot of people have been asking me. Only a couple people picked up on the new shoes back there. These are literally called the Grinches. These are Kobe Protro sneakers, and they're kind of washed out because the light's bright. But yeah, these are. Actually, let me see if I can get them on this camera here. Let me get that camera stirred up a little bit. I think it should. Oh yeah, you'll be able to see them better here. All right. Let me let that connect. So these released, I believe, back in 2012, if I remember correctly. These are one of those pairs of shoes that I was dying to get. It's been like one of those Grail shoes that I've been wanting for a long time. Finally was able to get a pair at a decent price. So here they are up close. So you could see kind of the pattern on it, the texture. So these are the Kobe Grinches. Love these shoes. Kind of an iconic shoe. So I figured I got to put the Kobe Grinches downstairs, so why not? Okay, put those back. There you go. Do you also have that dusty turkey next to the beacon? Picking up on that. Yes, I have a cheesy gold foil next to beacon. Those are dope. Secondary on the Princes, is up there. The Princes? Oh, the Grinches. Yeah, secondary and the Grinches are high. Luckily, I got those from a guy that gave me a really good deal on them. Yes, the Black Mama texture. Hazmarts are rarely good, says bourbon, whiskey, scotch. I thought this whole time on that last 3 Advent video was just a green spotlight, says JG. I'm not a shoe guy, but those are sharp, very nice. Pretty sure that's a rare breed next to the Beacon. Beacon? Oh, up there. Oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I was thinking the rare breed was down there. Not the rare breed, the Beacon. I have the Masters Keep 17 down on the bottom. I confused that with the Beacon. Yes, I have a Dusty Rare Breed up there next to the Beacon, which is pretty cool. How about top 5 pastries tonight? Oh, we can get into pastries for sure. Maybe we'll do a couple top 5s. There's not a ton of news tonight. There's a lot of whiskey I have to go through, so I want to make sure I hit all the right notes before I burn my palate out. We do have a meme of the week. We also have a couple of new bottle labels. As the government shutdown has reopened the last couple of weeks, we've seen some new labels pop up on the TTB. So we'll go through some of those. Some cool releases coming. A couple of ones I kind of raised my eyebrow out. I'm not really sure where those. Well, we'll get into those here in a little bit. Let's see. Dusty Rare Breed. What year? Which year is that one? I would take it down, but all the snow is up there. I don't want to mess it up. I think it's an early 2000s or a late 90s rare breed, if I remember correctly. Top 5 SNL skits. I need those Grinches and the Tanager 2025. Eric, thank you so much for reminding me. Did they release the Tanager 2025 yet? I need that bottle in my life. Again. Yes, the Found North Snow Day releases tomorrow in the morning, which I'm very excited for. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but Found North is releasing a special, what is it called? The winter. I think I have it in my email. Let me see here. Yeah, Snow Day. I'll pull the image here to show you guys. Give me 1 second. Yeah, it's called Snow Day. Kind of a cool name for it. Let me pull this up here. Hopefully this will let me. Oh, yeah, it is. Perfect. All right. So this is releasing tomorrow. Might as well just get into a little bit of news here. Here we go. So there it is. The Found North Snow Day, aged 10 years. Now, obviously, there's some higher age whiskey in here, as we always know with Found North. So this is the first ever mailing list only release. So if you're on the mailing list, you will get a link to purchase this tomorrow at 10 a.m. Now, it's an entirely new style of whiskey. We did not adhere to the high altitude process or the batch process. This is a 50% corn, 47% rye, and 3% malted barley blend, or mash bill, I should say. It is a high rye, spice forward, cast strength whiskey made for cold nights and wintry celebrations. So I'm like, okay, well, what's the catch with this? Because usually they finish it. So it is finished in 4 different types of port casks and new American oak. So it's 10 to 26 years old. Again, 50 corn, 47 rye, 3% malted barley, 115 proof, non-chill filtered, and price for this one, $109.99. So to me, this is Found North's version of Midwinter's Night's Dram. So $109, it's actually cheaper than Midwinter's Night's Dram. It's much older whiskey. And I'm curious to try it. I hope I get a chance to buy it tomorrow. As far as the release, let's see here, 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, Eastern time. So if you're in California or on the West Coast, you're going to have to get your ass up early. 8,256 bottles. So there's a good amount of them. I'm definitely going to be grabbing that one tomorrow if I can. So good luck to all of you. Set your alarms. Tanager hit Total Wine in Florida a couple of weeks ago. Damn. Tanager should hit Columbus. We do get still Austin. I just hope we get a bunch of it. Nathan says Found North. He's not a big fan. I think they're very hit and miss. I think they miss more than they hit for me, Nathan. But the ones that they do hit, I do enjoy. Hoping this one is a hit. We'll see. Doesn't Drum Key release Friday? Yes, it does. Well, Barrel King Gold members already released bottles, I think, on Monday. But the Patreon release from my group, they get all their bottles Friday is when I'm releasing it. So I think I missed let's see here, from Dennis J. Treek. Master Drum, just want to say the content from Barrel King was amazing. I really respect how far you've come, and can't wait to see where you land. Oh, thanks so much, man. That means a lot. Really. Hey, did Dan and Sean pay for that real estate? That has to cost about same as Billboard behind the plate at Yankee Stadium. Yes, every single bottle that's up here pays me in royalties to get placement, including Dan and Sean. No, I'm only kidding. Only kidding. Yeah, if anyone comes across a Tanager, let me know. I need one in my life. I gotta get that reviewed before the end of the year to see if it could be a contender. We'll see. Tanager releases this Saturday. Wayne Arnold, I found a few bottles of the Silver Springs at a liquor store in Brentwood, Tennessee. Moonwine and Spirits. Also got a couple at Party Source in Kentucky. So Kentucky, Tennessee. There you go. But is it hazmat? Is it from the Beaver Rick House? No, it's not from the Beaver. Tony Bag of Donuts with the $10 super chat. It says Monday was a top 5 day of the 2025 release of Drum Key and the return of his Grinchness. Can't wait to put one of those things under my tree this year. Tony, thank you so much for grabbing him from Barrel King. Appreciate the support, dude. Nan chill fit though, no water. Forget about it. Yeah, I kind of went into that one. Oh my lord. Drum Key repeal day. That's right. But you charge Dan and Sean double, yeah. Dr. Seuss Estate pays big bucks for that Grinch placement. I want this year's Tanager to have more oak and spice. Yeah, Kitsap, I agree. I also want it to have more punch of flavor because the proof was a little low on it. I understand that they're adding that aged water as it's being distilled and I get that part of it. But I do want some more punch from it. I just feel like I don't need it hazmat. I just want a little bit more, gas in the tank when it comes to the flavor profile. That's all I want. Hey, what's up, Stretch Kicks? Nice to see you, man. Cheers. Had my first pour of the King Kentucky 2024. Had your initial reaction from your double bass video of that versus the ECBP Pirate bottle. It was huge, red cherry and butterscotch up front. Yeah, that's why I really love King Kentucky a lot. Okay. Let's get into some labels because I want to make sure I hit these. So these showed up on the TTB recently. I just pulled some interesting ones that I thought were pretty cool. If you guys forgot about this bottle that's coming, I'm here to remind you. 2026 Wild Turkey gold foil, 16 years next year. I'm saving that label right there. Just when it happens, it's going to be there. And don't forget, if you guys missed last week's episode, Elijah Craig is releasing their own cologne, Char number 3. So I went on a little bit of a rant last week on how those perfume commercials annoy the shit out of me, especially around the holidays, and how, and I think we were making fun of Johnny Depp doing his Sauvage commercials. So there's a new Sauvage called the Sauvage Elixir. And just this past week, another commercial popped up with Johnny Depp on it. And he's in the desert and he's chilling out with a lizard. And he says some crazy bullshit like, only the desert can harvest the night and only the night can handle the desert. Like something stupid. And then at the end, which always drives me nuts, instead of just saying Sauvage Elixir, available now, he goes, Sauvage Elixir. He has to talk all French and bullshit like. I started cracking up so hard. I'm like, I just talked about this last week. It was hilarious. So, yeah, lizard. Yeah, I saw that thing. Yeah, you guys saw it? Maybe it was a cougar. Maybe the first commercial was a lizard. I don't know, dude. It drove me nuts. John Thomas, greetings from Germantown, Tennessee, sipping on James E. Pepper Barrel Proof. Very, very cool. If I can be reincarnated after this life, I'd hope to be that raccoon. Oh, the drunk raccoon? I think I heard about that. He broke into a liquor store and got snockered. Yep. Yeah, I saw the picture of him just kind of laying down on his belly. That was hilarious. Wasn't he like in the bathroom or something? Oh my God, just chilling out. Poor drunk raccoon. Okay, let's go into some labels that popped up. The new Cellar Age label popped up. You guys could check it out. 700 milliliter bottle. Looks like 112.9 proof. The thing with Maker's Mark is when you see these labels, these are pretty much finals. They don't really play around. These aren't for position only. These proof points are what we're probably going to get. Now, as far as the ages are interesting in this one. Normally, the last two releases, we've seen 2 age statements on it. This one is 3. 74% 11-year, 10% 13-year, and 16% 14-year. I have really high hopes for this blend. The fact that they're using 3 different age statements, I'm hoping it really kind of balances out the flavors. We get some of the oak, but we get some of more of the wheat whiskey flavors up front. A lot more of that rich fruit characteristic that cellar age has, without really any of the maker's marking aftertaste. I didn't really get that in the first cellar age, but I feel like I did get it in the other 2. I'm sorry, Wheated Bourbon. I'm confusing it with Star Hill Farms, only because they did release the next label of Star Hill Farm. So we do have another 2026 Star Hill Farm coming, American wheat whiskey. I didn't see any age statements on it, but I'm super excited about the next iteration of this one. Hopefully it gets a little older, because I think this is one of my favorite releases. I don't think it's going to win Whiskey of the Year, but it's going to be probably a top 10, maybe a top 15 type of whiskey, I think, this year. I just think it's fantastic for what it was. Also, this one kind of made people go nuts. Elijah Craig Single Barrel is coming out with a 15-year. I mean, why not? When there's the 18, we need a 15. Is it going to be a thing where Jim Beam and Heaven Hill are just going to go like age statement for age statement? Because that's what it feels like is happening. Every time Jim Beam comes out with some crazy release, Heaven Hill follows up with it. When Jim Beam has something different come out, then Heaven Hill comes up with something. Now we have all these age statements that are coming out. I mean, they're just down the road from each other, so it doesn't surprise me. But now we're going to have an Elijah Craig 15-year single barrel bourbon. Is it going to be as oaky as 18? It still looks like it's 90 proof, which kind of sucks. But if they're still having success with the 18-year, it doesn't surprise me that the 15-year is also going to be 90 proof. It's just, we'll see what the price point ends up being here. But I just feel like when these first drop, I think these will be high prices. A lot of people on secondary will be selling these, especially if they're grabbing them from the gift shop. However, I do think that once these get out there, maybe the hype could die down a little bit. But I don't know. 15-year Elijah Craig, some of those barrels can be really, really good. They're just, in my opinion, a lot of the 18s were a lot more missed than hit. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Matt says, I have zero interest. Okay. Yes, sir. Ernest gave me on Friday night. 90 proof watery oak. Yep. UGG, 90 proof. Exactly. Hardens Creek 36-year Beaver Dam. That needs to be higher. Isn't the age? Yeah, it is just meh. More age stated accessible whiskey. April Fools on Elijah Craig. Yeah, they're just trading blows. Yeah, I totally agree. Bring back Elijah Craig 23. I don't want Elijah Craig 23 if it's going to come back at 90 proof, even though it probably would be a lower proof. Remember, guys, generally when you see these things at those high age statements, they're going to be lower proof. Generally, the rule of thumb doesn't always happen. The exception to that is this Heaven Hill 19 that's right next to me. That's almost 140 proof. I mean, that thing's crazy, and it's 19 years old. Obviously, they're pulling different barrels from high rick houses to get that type of proof. But generally, you don't see that. They're usually aging that stuff on lower floors, so the proof is going to come down the barrels rather than up. So I don't know. I would just like to see maybe at just even 100 proof. Just give us a little something to hold on to there. Let's see what else. Can't trade blows when it's a flop. What's in the Glen? Oh, this is Drum Key. This is Drum Key. I'm gonna get through these labels and then we'll reveal the bottle before we get into the rye tasting here. So stay tuned here. It looks like we have the next Bardstown Bourbon Company Distillery Reserve Series Cascadia Gariana Oak Barrel Finish. So if you don't know what Gariana is actually a popular tree type that was being used by, is it Westland? Westland is the American single malt brand out in California. They had a Gariana, I'm not quite sure how you say that. I'm just going to say Gariana, a Gariana release each and every year. It's a special type of oak that they use to get a different flavor profile within the American single malt. So now it looks like maybe Bardstown is either maybe using some of those barrels. Not sure if they're new, if they're reutilizing them. So that should be interesting to see the Bardstown profile within the Gariana oak rather than through an American single malt. I don't think I've had it other than an American single malt through Westland. I think that's the only time I've had the Gariana oak. I keep switching the pronunciation of it. Gariana oak. So it'll be kind of interesting to see. Again, another 375 milliliter bottle, probably be $100 for that one. So we'll see what that turns into. At what point do you blame the master distiller for mediocre product versus the company as a whole? So that's Kenneth Clark. That's a really good question. I think, man, I think all you have to do is look at the marketing for it. And I hate to say that, but I feel like that's what distilleries do. When the distilleries, like when a bottle of Elijah Craig 15 comes out and you just, like if we just get a general press release saying Elijah Craig 15 is back and, you know, chosen from these rickhouses and it's good to see it back and blah, 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 blah. I feel like that's just another tick on the box that they need to release because, again, we have so much whiskey that's aging right now. You have so much stuff coming to the market that's age stated again. So if you see that without kind of a push from the master distiller or getting the master blender up front into the spotlight, I feel like that's another check on the box. Now, if you have a release like, I don't know, what would be... maybe we just talk about Jim Beam, like Little Book Infinite or Little Book, the Little Book series. Every time that releases, they put Freddie No, on the front lines for that release because it's his creation. Now, whether you like it or not, you're going to tend to blame him more or less, whether or not you like or dislike the whiskey. Same thing with the Russells, with Bruce Russell. Same thing with, I don't know, Maker's Mark. You don't really hear from their distiller at all. So it's kind of what you see is what you get. Still Austin is very, on the forefront with their master distiller. So I do think they utilize them in different ways, but I do think it also depends on how much in the front lines they're willing to put their master distiller or master blender to kind of give you the sign off on the product. Because, when all these different releases, come to the forefront, it's like, who do you blame? I think if it's the master distiller on the forefront, then you're going to blame probably them more likely than just the company as a whole. So I know that was kind of a long-winded answer, but that's where I go. Trails End uses some Gariana. Okay. Master Distiller is one person, but if in LA sucks and it's everyone's trash. Found North making a YouTube push for their new snow day tomorrow. Yeah, we talked about that. Let's see. Went to a bourbon lottery on Saturday, says Stretch Kicks, and they had Tito's on the list. Tito's? Is Tito's allocated now? What happened? Trails End bottled some Heaven Hill bourbon with Gariana oak finish. It's a protected species. I think Westland was making barrels with fallen trees originally because they can't be cut down. Okay. Interesting. Good insight. I did not know that. Thank you so much. I think a lot of people have not seen what is lost to Angel's share. If you lose 5 to 8% a year, that continues to be less over time. If year one, you're at 300 bottles, year 18 is less than 100 bottles. Yes. And again, where you age that is going to really, change up those numbers. Let's see. Matt Robinson with the super chat. Happy Wednesday. Glad to see the Grinch back. How often do you and the rest of the whiskey tubers trade sample for these hard to get releases? It actually doesn't happen as much as you would think it does. Sometimes, not a whole lot, but sometimes we do. I just think that everyone's kind of working within their own silo to get a lot of different products out, a lot of different reviews out. So we're not always thinking to, like, even Scott. I have a whiskey club with Scott for my bourbon journey, and he rarely asks me for samples. I'm always like, dude, if you want to review something, just let me know. And he very rarely asks. I don't know why, but I always tell him. I hear Nancy will be at Still Austin signing new Tanager bottle this week. Oh, I'm jealous. That's cool. Well, how does a distiller release a mediocre product in the first place? Don't they taste it? Yeah, Raven, that's a great point. But again, it's also dependent on what they're trying to accomplish. just because a distiller is going to release a 90 proof 15-year bourbon, that might be what the company's plan is. So they're going to try to blend or distill or age the best 15-year bourbon at 90 proof that they can, especially if the company is saying, well, you have to make it at 90 proof because we want to get max volume and we want to make X amount of money. So they're going to try to do the best what they can. Now, if they release a 90 proof 15-year Elijah Craig single barrel bourbon and you don't like it, I mean, single barrels are a little bit different beast. I'm talking about more of like the batches that come out. You know, I would like to see a little bit more, I guess, improvement in Elijah Craig barrel proof again. I think that has kind of lost its way a little bit. Not that every batch needs to be a banger, but I just want to see more consistency there, I think. So I think in that case, you can maybe look to the blenders and master distillers when it comes to that. Some of the batch products, but every distillery is going to have a plan for certain release and releases. They're not always going to be what you want. You have certain releases that are slated to be 90 proof because they're trying to hit a certain demographic. So Beacon, because Hawk is Hawk. He's only thinking about what's happening in the current Hawk sphere. Is that what it is? Speaking of samples, are you doing a live stream or video? Those BTAC samples Cam sent you, assuming he actually did, of course. I haven't gotten them yet. He just sent them today, actually. So as soon as I get them, I'll probably do a video of will I have time to do a video? I should be able to do a video this week. I have a couple videos I have to squeeze in. You might see a couple two-a-days from me between the BTAC and between the drum key video I'm going to be working on, I think, tomorrow within all the advent calendar stuff. Let's see. Jack Daniel's Distillery Series 16 will be out and signing. Okay, yeah. Let me get back to the labels here before I get off too far off track. Good questions, though. All right, so here's a release that kind of made me raise my eyebrow. You have the Old Forester Tribute Series. I don't know if any of you guys saw this one. This is an interesting release because the way the labels look, it looks like it's the same type of setup for the birthday bourbon. So is this going to be in its own bottle? Is this going to be in the birthday bourbon bottle? It says Old Forester Tribute Series. It has this 2026 115 proof, and it does have a big 12. I don't know why that didn't upload, but there's a big 12 that's on top of it in that circle that looks very much like the birthday bourbon placement. So are they now utilizing the birthday bourbon style bottle for another release? If I was a betting man, I'd say no. Why would they water down the one thing that birthday bourbon really has going for it, which is the shape of that bottle? If you guys watched day 2 of my advent calendar with birthday bourbon, I got sent a sample of the 2023 birthday bourbon, I think it was. And I thought it was an Old Forester single barrel. And I said, I'd be happy to pay like $40-$50 for it. And it was birthday bourbon 2023. So this is why I don't get samples from Old Forester anymore. But it's just kind of curious what's going to be that release. So keep an eye on that one. Again, Old Forester Tribute Series. Looks like 115 proof, 2026. And according to the labels, it was 12 years old for that release. So we'll see what happens with that one. Speaking of Jim Beam, it looks like Knob Creek is coming out with the Blenders Edition. The notes, it says Sweet Bourbon Blend. Blenders Edition #1. And here is the bottom tag for it. So it looks like it's going to be the regular Knob Creek with the bottom label. So this one says hand selected and carefully blended. There, guys, it's not just blended, it's carefully blended. I just want you to know that because maybe you guys were saying, I'm not going to buy that. I have no interest. But I'm just telling it's carefully blended. It's not just blended. It's 106 proof. It's not 100 proof. And the best part of this is that when the press release comes out and Jim Beam gives us the tasting notes, it's going to be like vanilla, caramel, and sweet oak. That's all it's going to freaking say. Jim Beam gives the most just flatline, just regular Joe type of tasting notes ever. It's almost refreshing compared to a lot of people that write these really long, crazy tasting notes. But at some point, you got to expand a little bit. What makes it different than Knob Creek? I don't know, dude. It's just one of those things. It's like you don't have enough Knob Creeks. Now we need a Blenders Edition. And #1, which means we can get a 2, we can get a 3, we can get #4. They just have all the time in the world. And the last bottle to show you, which everyone kind of lost their mind over, was King of Kentucky is coming out with a small batch release. So speaking of King Kentucky, earlier we talked about the 2024, the single barrels that hit the market, and they've been single barrels, when they first got re-released to the market. Now we're going to have a small batch version of King Kentucky, 12 years old. 12-year King Kentucky small batch. At least that could be the smallest or the lowest age in the blend. Remember, it's a small batch, so there could be some older whiskey in the batch. But I'm curious to see what these are going to go for. Are they going to stay at that $250 to $300 price point that the single barrels are? Will they go a little cheaper, maybe down to $150, something like that? I would say they're probably going to be $150 to $200. I would guess retail, but again, these are going to be really hard to find overall. So we'll see what happens as we go down the line. So there you go. Those are all the new labels that hit the market that I kind of pulled out. So yes, I'm not going to say that, but that's essentially what it is, Nathan. Good job. Another distillery diluting their best brands. Their regular releases are obviously careless. The KO, the cockchauffeur. Yeah, I mean, it's different because it's careful. I'm telling you guys, it's carefully blended. Don't sleep on it. Never gonna get it. That's right. You know what? Let's hit it. I haven't played it in a long time. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Very much doubt we'll see that King Kentucky small batch, but hey, you never know. It could be a big release. Old Forester, Brown-Forman, they could surprise you every now and again. So we'll see. Okay, what else do we got here? NJ is out for blood tonight. Yeah. He's drinking that 16-year scotch. It's making him all sorts of crazy. Hey, what's up, Will Hendo? Oh, Will, I gotta mention your fundraiser here. Let me pull that up before I forget. Let's see here. I'll pull this up here in a second. Let me download that. All right. Thanks, dude. Thanks for the reminder there. Let me pull this one up. And then as soon as we talk through this, guys, I will reveal the drum key bottle and show you guys all the fun details. So, all right, guys. So Will Henderson was kind enough to send me this right here. This is a People Helping People fundraiser. So this is the NTBC collecting donations to help bring a magical holiday to those in need within the community. They're accepting both toy and cash donations. Every donation earns entries into their bourbon raffle. So $10 gets you one ticket. $40 gets you 5 tickets. Both kinds of donations enter you into the drawing. GTS 2025 is in there. Weller CYPB, Old Rip is in there. This is for the North Tampa Bottle Club. So you guys, I'll leave that up a little bit. If you guys want to scan that QR code, make a donation and, and help people helping people. It sounds like the, sounds like the thing from Fred Claus. The people help the people. But as you can see, the Children's Home Network is there, North Tampa Elevation Network, and the Bourbon. I can't read. I'm guessing that's some Florida Bourbon Society that's also donating bottles. So there you go. Scan the QR code, guys. Donations can be made from 11/28 through 12/20, and it looks like they're going to be choosing the winners on 12/20. So good luck to everybody. There you go. I'm going to leave that up for just a quick second as I get my drum key bottle ready. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I can't stop looking at those Kobe's. So it says, hey folks, let's see. All right, there. Okay, let me. I'll flash that up here again in a little while. Just will remind me. All right, guys, here comes the drum roll. I have the drum key bottle here. Again, this is what I'm sipping here tonight. So again, if you were a Barrel King Gold member, drum key released on Monday, but they're not going to be shipping, I think, for another week. So my patrons, we're going to be releasing the bottles here on Friday, a couple days. So super excited. We're also going to be releasing 2 single barrels next to the debut, but the only bottle I have here tonight is the debut. So that's what I want to show. This is the blend that if you guys saw the Barrel King video, this is the blend that I was working on for about 4 days while I was there. Just kind of trying to keep improving on it, trying not to ruin it. And I learned so much stuff about blending that day. So let me turn on the camera here and let's reveal the bottle. So here is Drum Key, the debut, number 1. There it is, guys. Drum Key Spirits, my first bottle, called the debut. As you can see, the label, it's red and gold. And I don't know if you could see it, but the label, the Drum Key badge, actually has some gold in it. Not like 14 karat gold. I mean, like just like gold leaf, like gold. There's like a gold texture to it. And if you actually touch it's actually embossed. So everything, even the gold down here is a little embossed. And then up here on the small batch. So Drum Key Spirits, play it louder. As you could see here, written on the bottles, 123 proof this came in at. Batch 1, bottle 1. That's right. I have the first one. And there is the full bottle, guys. Drum Key Spirits. First time on camera. This is my baby right here. So first release ever. It really came out way beyond my expectations, and depending on how the light hits it, I mean, the gold and the copper just really just pop off the bottle. Here's the back of the bottle. If you guys haven't seen this yet, I wrote a little ditty on the back. It says, "Thank you for choosing this bottle of whiskey to enjoy and share. Every bottle is crafted with my uncompromising commitment to bring the best. It's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Play it louder, and you get my signature, which is also in that copper gold color." So that's the back of the bottle, and there's the front. So there it is, guys. Drum Key Spirits. It's live. It's happening. It's out in the universe, and I'm freaking out. It really did come out fantastic. I can't say enough. I'm gonna see if Santa will bring me a bottle this year. James, you probably already said it, and I may have missed it. How did you get a bottle outside of being a patron? A bottle of this? Yeah, I don't know. I have some pull. It's carefully embossed. It's very carefully embossed, EJ. Well played, sir. Love it. Why does it say made in Taiwan? You're such an asshole, JG. Congratulations, Jason. So excited for you and the channel. Well deserved. Thank you so much, man. It is. Honestly, this was carefully blended. Oh, man. Yeah. So here it is. And this is the first time I've actually tasted the finished bottle product. If you guys watch ADHD Whiskey, he did a nice couple of nights on it. He actually rated this higher than the Stag 25A, I believe. But 25A, I think over the course of the tasting, ended up getting number 1. But after first sips, he rated this even higher than that. So on the nose, man, if you just let this sit in the glass for a little bit, it really does start turning into just pure dark blueberry and compote and grape. There is a little butterscotch in here from that 13% mash bill. Again, guys, if you do not know the details of this bottle, this is all Green River. This is 7 to 9 year, almost 10-year Green River barrels that I use in this bottle. 3 different mash bills. 3 different mash bills went into this bottle, all different ages. And I was able to pull a lot of different flavors that combined together to get what I got in this bottle. The 13% Green River really brought the butterscotch in, the buttery croissant note that I really, really loved in this whiskey. The 16% rye mash bill from Green River, that's what gave me all the deep, rich berries, the blackberry, the blueberry, the dark cherries, all of that really came to the forefront with that 16%. And then the 21%, it kind of gave me the spice and the base that I wanted to start really building this blend. So all those different mash bills coming together, different rickhouse locations, the G rickhouse with those 16% rye mash bill bourbons in those barrels. That's what gave it the viscosity and the deep richness that I wanted. So yeah. Jason, can we get media samples? Big Vic, when did you become the media? Just asking for a friend. Holy hell, and it still hits like it hit before. It is sticky sweet. The finish on it is stupid. You guys know I love a finish, a good finish. What's what's crazy is that the first sip, yeah, you get the Kentucky hug, but once you get used to that, it just sits right here. All that black pepper and berry compote just sits in the back of your on the back of your palate. It's crazy. Um, there were, I think there were 1,300 bottles of this. I think maybe like actually no. I think by the time it was all said and done, there were like 980 bottles available. So yeah. What took longer, the label development or the blend? The label development, for sure. Probably never going to see this one. Well, I mean, if you want to become a patron, you have a shot at getting one. Let's see here. Yep, answered that question. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. OZ barrels are the best. Getting the 10-year and the finish really shows up. Yep, that's exactly what's happening with this. Sounds bespoke and smooth. Oh my God. Ben Singer used the two words I hate the most. Everyone loves a good finish. That's right. Such a nice bottle and label design. Could be in an Oakley commercial. Yes, you're going to see me in a commercial, just walking on a river, holding the bottle, but not drinking anything. I'm just going to be walking around with it. I'm actually going to be walking with a cougar, wearing Sauvage as my chosen scent. Oh my God, it's so good. I'm so proud of this. There's no dill in it at all. True story here from Nick Foles. When Bart's Bourbon Company first, I started emailing and said I need media samples to review. They actually sent Fusion Discovery, Sarah. I don't have a channel. When is Drum Key Cologne coming out? I don't know. As soon as I figure out what I want to smell like. Don't let them know you're looking for a cougar. Oh yeah, I guess cougar has a double meaning. This is so much spot on in my profile. I absolutely love it. It's rich, it's powerful, it's got all the flavors I love. And even at 123 proof, it's somehow crushable because I think it's so rich and fruit forward. You just want to keep sipping it and pulling different stuff out. But the one thing that stays is that finish on the back end. I'm so proud of this, and I can't wait for people to try it. Really sit down with it, start pulling it apart, because I really do feel like there's a lot of different things you could pull out of this whiskey. So, you want to smell like birthday bourbon? Yeah, I don't want to smell like disappointment. How do you say hazmat and fresh? Who's a matter? I don't has a matter. I can't do a French accent. I don't know how you say it. Oh man, it's dark in all the right places. It's super dark fruity in the other places. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait for you guys to get this bottle. So very excited. Launch is Friday here on Patreon. And if you're a Barrel King Gold member and you get this bottle, I really hope you enjoy it as much as the work that I put into it. So you sound Arabic? I sound Arabic. Yeah, I don't know how to do French. French don't pronounce their H's. So, as matta. Yeah, maybe that's it. As matta. That's probably better. Dark in all the right places. Sold. Gifted 20 Master Drum memberships from Top Jimmy, guys. Thank you. Give a big thank you to Top Jimmy with the 20 gifted memberships. Guys, while you're here, please hit the like button. We're about to get into this rye tasting here shortly. So thanks for sticking around tonight. Thanks for all the support on the Drum Key. I already have my next blend on tap here. This is the rye. This is the rye blend. And this rye blend I did is another banger. It's going to be fantastic. So you have two just really, really good bottles going to be coming your way, guys, from Drum Key. I hope you love them as much as I do. Yeah, it is really amazing to kind of reach this dream. It's something I never thought would happen. So what's going to be the price on that Barrel King? So price on this bottle is $179.99. I also picked two single barrels. One of them, it's a Green River, but it's a hazmat. It's a Green River, one of the old OZ Tyler barrels that came in at 140, I think 142.2 proof, I think it was. Those are the two bottles I'm waiting for. That's one of the bottles I'm waiting for. The other one is an MGP 12 year. That's only about 108 proof, I think. It's a 12 year MGP. That bottle's $200 because of the age on it. So, yep. I love this whiskey so much. But who gives Top Jimmy? I don't know. Somebody. Yep, that's the Ride Symbol Blend that's coming at you. I joined Barrel King to get Drum Key, and now I have 4 bottles on order as well. Thanks so much, Kevin. That's awesome, man. My rye is better, just saying, says Big Vic. I doubt it. Should put your rye in the blind. Should I? The problem is, though, is that this isn't the... Is this the finished product? I can't remember now. Dude, AI knows you. Just ask what drum key, and it's a whole write-up. Really? Oh, that's a little freak. That's a little freaky. You know how funny it is that you picked a single about hazmat, right? I guess it really is a new thing. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, but here's the thing, Stash. I picked it not knowing the proof point. I just said that barrel's so good, I want it. It ended up being hazmat. I think there's a reverse thing happening there where people are just picking hazmat just to put it on a label. So I picked it before I knew it was hazmat. So maybe that saves me a little bit, but probably not much. Do it, see where it lands. Yeah, that's wild. All right, I'm gonna finish this. Oh man, it actually tastes more like maybe an 11, 12-year-old whiskey. There's really some nice oak that starts opening up in between all the fruit flavors. I cannot wait for you guys to get one of these. I'm really stoked, really excited. What would you compare the drum key profile to? A lot of people are saying it's somewhere between George T. Stagg and Stagg Jr. That's where I heard that about 3 or 4 times when I was at St. Louis Bourbon Festival, because it's very, very like rich red fruit forward, which is what you get with a lot of Buffalo Trace. But this is more proofy, way much of a longer finish than you get on most Buffalo Trace stuff. And I think it just has enough oak to balance it out. So that's probably, if you listen to Matt from ADHD Whiskey, he also mentioned that if this bottle was right next to us where Buffalo Trace was, people would probably, be clamoring to get the bottle. So, but it's not. It's with Barrel King and Drum Key. Jimmy's the man. Berries and cherries is pretty BT. Yeah. I mean, it pretty much is. Not that I was going for that profile, but I had the Green River barrels, and the more I tasted those 16%ers and how deep and rich and dark they were, the more I wanted to use them and incorporate them, because it just gave it such a rich flavor. Drum Key T swag. So it should be 400 secondary. Yeah, Travis. Yeah, that's maybe where it falls. I guess we'll see. All right. I'm going to have one more little pour of this. And then we're going to get this blind tasting going. Really quick, before I forget, I want to show you the bourbon meme of the week. And I want to thank, I forgot which patron posted this today, but I saw this today and I thought it was pretty hilarious. This is all talking about your Christmas budget versus your bourbon budget. So how tight my Christmas budget is this year, so that you have Nacho Libre in his tight pants, and how loose my bourbon budget is this year, and you got the MC Hammer pants on the right. This cracked me up because this is kind of true. And with all the different releases dropping towards the end of the year, I feel like this is what happens to a lot of us. We're like, I want to save some money because we got to buy gifts and stuff. And then all of a sudden, all these great bourbons come out, and all of a sudden we're MC Hammer. We're all MC Hammer. We're all MC Hammer. There you go. Bourbon meme of the week. Love it. How often will you be doing blend releases? As many as I can, Tim. So I have this one. I have the rye. And then when we get, I think the next one I'm going to work on is a higher age release. So blending maybe like 12-year barrels. And then after that, I'm going to be in between that. I'm going to be working on a couple finished products. So Oh my God, I love it. Oh, was it TMT? TMT posted it. How many Blend-A-Geddon entries have not arrived yet? Mine's on the way. So I sent out all the emails to the Blend-A-Geddon folks. They are coming in fast. I'm getting a Blend-A-Geddon entry every single day. At least I got another 3 today. I think 2 came yesterday. A couple came the day before. The Blend-A-Geddon entries are coming in fast and furiously. Where it's already December 3rd, so I'm going to give it here to the end of the week to get most of them before I start laying out the brackets and we get started. When's the rye dropping? I don't know yet, Kenneth. I don't know when the rye's dropping yet. Yeah, no Amburana. So I can't stop drinking and I'm so proud of it. Sorry, guys. All right. So good. All right, guys. It's rye time. So this is the second round of the 2025 Rye the Year competition. We have 10 whiskeys here. Let me just make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 10 whiskeys. So I'm going to bring these over here because there's a bunch. There's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are going to get in on these here. So we'll have the front row of 5, the back row of 5. And we'll start tasting through these things. Now, remember, the top 3, maybe 4 will make it. This is a pretty stacked lineup tonight, so we'll see what happens. Will you be blending some Cedar Ridge quintessential barrels, says Ernest Peacock? I don't know. I don't know what the desire would be for some of those American single malts. I mean, I would love to work with it, but I've never blended American single malt. That would probably be another challenge I would have to do. But I'm open to it. I'll say that. I'm definitely open to it. How many rounds total will you have? Just 3. I have round 2 tonight. We'll break this down to the top 3 or 4, and then those will go against the top 3 from last week. So next week, we will crown our Rye of the Year. So there you go. Got my Grinch mug ready to go. I don't know. Should I throw my rye in here just to see how it does? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to mess anything up. I wouldn't know what to start with that many glasses in front of me. My Black Cat 4 showed up from Nike today. They have defects all over it. Highly disappointing quality control. There was a shit ton of pairs of those, Nick. So, yeah. Yes. Can you tell if they're carefully blended or just blended? Big Vic says, hell no. Jason, what's the bottle price for Drum Key debut? $179.99. Do it. All right, so just throw my rye in there. Here's what I'll do. I will pour some of my rye here on the side. And when I come up with whatever the last, I'll sip this kind of next to the others. And I'll see, do I like mine better than some of the others? And we'll just see kind of how it falls. So let me pour my rye in here. It's a nice colored rye whiskey there. Back to my Drum Key debut. Oh, my God. It's so good. All right. Velveeta says throw the rye in. Black Hat 4s, a.k.a. Busboy 4s. Call your rye blend rye side. What is the price on all the drops on Friday? Asking for Blake. So I already said it before. $179 for the debut, $179 for the Green River single barrel, and $200 for the NGP 12-year single barrel. So Drum Key Burai in the future. Yes, Chris, that's what I'm going to be working on as far as a finished product. I want to take a Burai and I want to see if I can throw a finish on it and bring some certain notes out of it. But I kind of have the blueprint in my head. I'm just not sure if I'm going to get the flavor that I want. So I have to kind of mess with it. So we'll see. I definitely want to do a French oak. You guys know I love French oak. So I want to work with French oak a little bit and see what I can pull out, some different flavors I can get from doing a blend and then throwing some French oak on it. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Really digging the Overhold 12-year. Well, it's in here. So we're going to see how it goes tonight. Where's my notepad? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So I have my notebook here. Let's throw on a little music here and we'll get into it. And then as usual, guys, we'll go through some questions. You guys have any questions about anything, whether it be about Drum Key, whether it be about Thanksgiving, whether it be about Christmas, whether it be about anything, throw it in the chat. Let's have some fun tonight. I'm gonna go through this here a little bit. All right, let's do. I think this one. I'm just gonna keep there. Okay. Move the Grinch over here in case I need some water. How's my rye smelling? Oh man. All right. The rye's running. How do I buy drum keys as fishing for whiskey? You either have to be a Barrel King Gold member with Barrel King in Bourbon, Missouri, or you become a patron of the Mash and Drum. So I'm such a sucker for Brent Oak. I think Falcone's picks showed off best for me some coats. Favorite American single malt is Roman Carter. Cedar Ridge Quintessential, Old Line out of Maryland. Westward, especially the cast strength. What else? Who else? I feel like I'm missing one. I mean, yeah, Cedar Ridge, Westward. Those are kind of my favorites. Old Line. Oh, Del Bach. That's the one I always forget. Del Bach is the one that is really good. I don't think that they get talked about enough either. So I would throw them in the mix as well. Is there a French oaked rye? Yes, I think Hard Truth did a French oak rye. I gotta say, I think my rye's gonna do pretty good. Stranahan's. Here's the thing. I love the Stranahan's 12-year, but their other stuff has been kind of a disappointment other than that 12-year. So I don't know if I could throw Stranahan's in the mix right now yet. Are you allowed to buy both bottles at the same time this Friday, or you can only choose one until all tiers? No, you can buy one of each if you want. And that's up to you. Until, there's not going to be many bottles of the single barrels, guys. Obviously, half of them already went. They already sold out on Monday. So I have the other half. I think it's only like 50 bottles of the Green River and maybe 80 bottles or 70 of the 12-year. I have to go back and look at the numbers. Okay, guys, let's go. Let's get into this. So let me number this here on a clean sheet here. 1. I'm going to try my rye again. The more that thing sits, the better it gets. Philip, I missed the super chat. Hold on. About the Grinch? And that must have been a while ago. I don't see one. What if I got this one? Oh, yeah, Ben, congratulations. Yeah, I saw that one. It's not letting me go far enough. I don't see another one. Where'd it go? Sorry if I missed it. My apologies. Did the Grinch miss leg day? Yeah, he definitely did. These legs just kind of hang around. I actually got a comment today that his legs look a little bit out of sorts. And I'm like, well, it's a stuffed animal. I mean, what do you want? Cedar Ridge, do not discount ASM. This shit is for real, says Kraken SC. It looks like the Grinch loves Evernorth. Yeah, I think the Evernorth bottle is so festive. I mean, why not? So, all right. Let me get my notes ready here. All right. Some proof points. All right. Let's go to the first bottle here. First class. Get that man some sneakers. He's had the same legs for 3 years. All of a sudden, people care about his legs now. What's happening? Guys, it's the same Grinch for the last 3 years. All of a sudden, everyone cares about his legs. You guys aren't happy unless you're unhappy. What the hell? Jason, you think Drake May could be the next Tom Brady? No. All right, so first class here, very rye forward. I'm actually thinking I'm getting a little dildo. Dildo. Don't body shame the gun. Could sourcing barrels from the junkies be something for drum key in the future? That Arctic Spirits 2 keeps getting better. I wouldn't source from them because I have the same access to barrels that they do. Maybe a little bit different, when it comes to the different partnerships. But I mean, Barrel King can get pretty much anything that they can get. It's just a matter of what we get. There's usually lots of barrels that open up, and it's just like whoever grabs them up all at the same time or grabs them up first is the one who gets them. That is extremely savory. Wow. I'm getting rosemary in that. I feel like I just drank my Thanksgiving stuffing. Rosemary, sage, thyme, all of that. It's a very savory blend. Just like a little hint of like that mint / fennel seed. That is a very, very savory rye, and I am completely floored on which rye that is because I don't remember any of that. Maybe it's because I'm coming off of the rye that I created, and now it's just bringing out all the savory notes in that first one. That thing is crazy. I don't know if I like that or not. It's different. Let me take one more sip of this one. Good proof point, I think, on this as well. Yeah, still savory. Man. Yeah, parsley, sage, rosemary, thyme, John Legout. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm getting in this. It's very savory for a rye whiskey. I wish it had a little bit more sweetness to kind of balance that out, but that's a really nice rye. Some people love this in rye, which is really cool. Deal like the Grinch color. Cheers, pork chop. Thanks, B man. I can appreciate that. Okay. I really do like that. I'm not sure if I'm too crazy about it, but I really do like that. Okay, so that's one. Let's go to number 2 here. Number two is dark. Look at the color on that. That's crazy. Kenneth, the Silver Spring was last year. So last week. Silver Spring is not in this blind. I can tell you the bottles that are in this blind tasting real quick. I know you saw the Silver Spring. That's just the same group of bottles I used last week. So what's in here tonight is Sagamore Spirit 10-year, Jack Daniel's Tanyard Hill, 13th Colony Cast Strength Rye, the Old Overholt 12-year, Michter's 10-year Single Barrel, Sazerac Rye 125 proof, Raconteur Rye Gemini 1, 13th Century Blended Rye Whiskey, the Elijah Craig Rye Barrel Proof, the batched one, the Y25, whatever it was, and the Pursuit Triple Mash Barrel Proof. So those are the 10 bottles that are in here tonight. So we'll see what happens. Let's go to this other one here. Big Vic, I'm sorry, I missed your question. What was your question, Big Vic? Jason, question: what is the price for the drum key, and do they ship to Japan? Asking for Tommy. Well, the price is $179.99, and I don't know if they ship out there. I would have to ask Barrel King. Holy shit. Number 2 is stupid. Dear Lord. This is like rye candy with oak and barrel char and molasses and chocolate. Holy crap. coming off that really crazy savory one, this one is just on the complete other end of the spectrum. Jason, I did grab the Overhold 12 on your recommendation, and it might be my favorite rye this year, up there with the Sag 10. Oh, well, we'll see how it goes. Best bourbon, 90 to 120. Best bourbon, $90 to $120. That's an interesting price. That's an interesting price scale. I mean, I'm trying to think, like, on the shelf when you're looking at $80 to $100. It's not Booker's. Meh. I feel like for that money, you would have to go single barrel. So like a really good Four Roses single barrel, a really good Russell single barrel. I mean, if you're going for age statement, I mean, you can't go wrong with one of the Calumets. I mean, you have 14, 15, 16 that are on the shelf for, you know, 120, 130 bucks at this point. What else? Trying to think. You guys, let's see. K-Luke. Yeah, K-Luke, though, it depends. It really depends on the bottle, the single barrel, all of it. I don't love every K-Luke, but his cast strength blends I do like. I like them more than the finishes, for sure. So yeah, there's definitely some good ones. It would have to kind of really look at the shelf these days and just see what's up there in those weird price points. National Barrel Company, yep. Speaking of Calumet, have you seen that Sam Houston has a new batch release as Trav? Wow, this thing is a monster. That thing is so good. Nathan's on a heater tonight, man. Hot take. K-Luke, overrated. Grinch. Will Henderson. Speaking of epic pours, you got that link ready? Thanks again for the support. I don't have the link yet. I think I'll have it tomorrow. Cheers, Will. Thanks you for sharing that. The second one is already, it's a monster. Monster rye. If I had to put some money on it, that could be the Tanyard Hill. Because that is such a unique, powerful whiskey. With chocolate, spice, molasses. I think it's crazy. I'm going to need some water after that one. The higher proof this year on the 0012 helps it a lot. Okay. We'll see how it does tonight. Okay, let's go to glass number 3 here. So I have that one. Okay. Oh man, this smells fantastic. There's some age here. There's like a funky oak thing. I'm gonna nose it off of my I tell you what, my rye is not that far behind. I don't know if my rye could compete with the second one, but if that's Tanyard Hill, it's very hard for any rye to compete with that. But I just joined. Talk about if you got the BTAC samples from Cam yet. I want to see your order. I just joined. Did you talk? No, I did not talk about that yet. Cam messaged me today. He just sent the samples today. So I should have them. Do you guys want me to do a video or do you want me to taste them live next week? You know what? I could do that because I could do the BTAC lineup and then I could do the rye of the year, which would make for a cool live stream next week. I could do that. Or do you just want me to actually do a video? Live? Okay, I'll do it all live. Yeah, Cam was awesome for doing that, for sure. Wow, 3 is really good. I like 3 more than 1. 3 is very fruit forward. It kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Gives you spice, gives you dark fruit, gives you almost this is really nice, like strawberry note to it. Live, make it easier on yourself. Okay, yeah, I'll do it live. Live and uncut, unfiltered. Sure. So you guys can really get me off the Buffalo Trace list, which I don't think I've been on yet. But yeah. Wow. Okay. Wow, 3 is really nice. I think 3 tastes a little bit like my blend. My blend is spicier and a little darker than 3 is. Wow. Dude, I think my rye blend is going to be... I think my rye blend has a chance to be kind of killer. Just say how much you love Elmer T. Lee. Josh, Cam was a good dude. Wife's got a better palate. You know, Dan Shook from Bourbon Junkies told me a really funny story about Cam and his wife being at Evernorth, and there were some really weird barrels that they got. I think they were from Southern Distilling, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, but I think they were from Southern. They were just really funky, and something happened with them. And I remember Cam. I think he said Cam drank them. He's like, "Oh, these are really interesting and good." And then Cam's wife tried it, and she just dumped it on the floor. She's just like, meh, like that's shitty. And Dan was like, his wife is no joke. I'm like, that's pretty funny. That's right, Big Vic. The blend is good. Okay, 3 is very good. I like 3 over 1. It's a very well balanced rye whiskey with some really great fruit, really great spice. And that's what I want in a rye. I want really great balance. I don't want it to go too far on spice. I don't want it to go too far on sweet. And I don't want it to go too far in that savory note. And I think number 1, even though it's different, it's too much savory. Not enough sweet to balance it out. All right, let's go to 4 now. Yeah, I'm on 4, right? Yeah, okay. I'm excited to try the 13 Colony Cask Rye. Yeah, I'm excited to try it here in tonight's blind. See how it fares. Ooh, this is nice too. Another sweeter rye. That is a rye drinker's rye. It's not as savory as number 1. I think it's a little bit more on the sweet side where you get some of the, more of like the mojito type of vibe where you get the mint, but you get a lot of like the simple syrup. There's some sugar in there. Wow, that's very good too. I get all the rye bread on this on number 4 on the very back end. You get all the rye bread, the rye breadiness. That's kind of nice. Wow. I think I might. 3 and 4 are really close. I think 3 just has that dark fruit note that I love. It's kind of something that you're going to find with my profiles, especially in my blending. I just love finding like rich dark fruit. I just think it takes a whiskey over the edge. The only time I don't want dark fruit in my whiskey is if it's a butterscotch bomb. Keep the fruit away from my butterscotch. But it's really hard to find that profile these days. That is something I'm going to be working very hard to try to replicate, is a butterscotch, old school, heavy type of whiskey. And I'm going to try to do that without a finish. And I don't know if I can make that happen, but I'm going to sure as hell try. Is Gemini 2 or Caleb? So Reese Mass, Gemini 2 was last week, and Gemini 2 made it to the top 3 last week. So Gemini 2 is already in one of my top rye whiskeys this year. Gemini 1 is in here tonight, but not Gemini 2. Gemini 2 already kicked some ass last week. All right, yeah, the more I go to this, the more it's okay. Not as good as 2 or 3, but it's in that area. Example of something on the market that you think has that butterscotch bomb profile without the fruit. It says that I can't really think of one, to be honest. There's not a lot of those on the market anymore. I'm trying to think of a butterscotch bomb of a whiskey. I mean, what would be that? It would have to be a single barrel of some sort. Honestly, the most butterscotchy thing I've had is the Pursuit United. The Pursuit Spirits United, I think the bourbon that they came out with, that was finished. But that one was finished though. They had a finish on it. That thing tastes like, doesn't really taste like butterscotch. It's buttery, but it's got like a birthday cake type of flavor profile to it. They did do that with a finished profile. They I forgot what type of barrel they put it in, but that has a lot of butteriness to it. Yeah. Yeah, Pursuit Double Oak, I would put up there with a buttery, butterscotchy note. But they did some crazy finish on it to get that. My C923 turned into a butterscotch bomb as it got halfway down. Yep, look, everyone's saying it. Pursuit Double Oak bourbon. Yep, very butterscotchy. Yeah, that Pursuit bourbon has a nice buttery profile. I got to try that works. Can it? Yep. That would probably be the one. Butterscotch, that barrel 33-year finish and sharing French oak, to me, that is a Werther's original. Okay. How do you encourage bourbon fans to honestly try rye without it turning into some religious argument? Honestly, man, I think it's like anything else. I think it's one of those things where you introduce people to certain types of rye whiskeys. I think rye whiskeys can have a very different profile as much as bourbon can. I just don't think people realize that. It's almost like if you give somebody a rye whiskey that has a really dill forward, mint forward type of profile, it's kind of like peated scotch, where they're going to think that every peated scotch tastes like that and they don't want it to taste scotch ever again. I think rye whiskey works in the same realm, where you give someone a real dill forward rye and they don't like dill, like it tastes like pickle juice, it's going to kill rye for them forever. So you have to, I think my approach always with rye whiskey is give them different types of profiles of rye whiskey. And in today's time, we have that. We have New York rye, we have Maryland rye, we have Texas rye, Kentucky rye, we have California rye. There's so many different types of rye whiskeys you could try. So I think it's about introducing them to different flavor profiles, see what they like. More often than not, I feel like it could surprise you on what different avenue somebody goes to when they look for a rye whiskey, what they like to try. Driftless Glen makes some of my favorite rye whiskeys right now. It is so super fruit forward that it's hard to comprehend that it's a rye whiskey sometimes. So it just depends on what you give them. Jay, wonder what the butterscotch laser code was. Let's see. Jason, the new Silver Springs rye is so approachable. I agree, Richie. I agree, man. Sometimes that butterscotch taste turns into popcorn butter. Too much. Had a Woodford Double Oak store pick. Sean, that's actually a really good call out. Woodford Double Oaks can get a little butterscotchy, but sometimes that butterscotch does turn into something a little bit off profile, for sure. Actually, the one bourbon I think has the most butterscotch that you could find on the shelf right now is Still Austin, believe it or not. We did a single barrel pick that was a butterscotch bomb, and I loved it. And the fact that it was a Texas whiskey really surprised me. So I would say Still Austin, you probably have the best shot of finding something that's butterscotchy. Okay, where am I at here? Number 5. So this is okay. Don't like it as much as 3 or 2 here. Let's go to this one here. Ooh. So this is more of a floral rye. Brian, anyone try the new lower proof Tanyard Hills and how they compare? So that's a great question. I asked Chris Fletcher at Jack Daniels. So Jack Daniels will have like these conference calls with when you do they'll send out media samples and then they do conference calls. And at that point, you can ask Chris Fletcher whatever you want about the whiskey. And to Chris Fletcher and Jack Daniels' credit, they are extremely transparent with they will tell you anything about the whiskey. There's no hiding anything. Nothing's proprietary. They will tell you anything and everything that went into that bottle that you're sipping into that product, which is really cool, especially from a big company like Jack Daniels. So my one question I asked was, you said the proof ranges were in from like the low 130s all the way up to hazmat, or even the high 120s, I think, all the way up to hazmat. What was the flavor drift between the ones that were a little bit lower, even though they're all high proof generally, but the ones that are in like the high 120s, low 130s, all the way up to hazmat? What was that flavor drift like? And he flat out said that the ones that are lower proof are more rye forward. And that was the quickest, easiest answer I could get. He said the higher ones are a little bit darker, more chocolatey. I think the oak hits a little, he said the oak hits a little different at those higher proof points versus the lower ones. So if you want more rye, or I should say more rye influence flavors in your whiskey, then you go with the lower proof Tannier Hills versus the high ones. Can you throw up the charity raffle again for the kids? Yeah, sure. So again, guys, real quick, if you missed it, if you just chimed in a little late, Will Henderson down in Florida, they are doing a People Helping People donation to help bring magical holiday to those in need within the community. This is a bourbon raffle. They have a GTS 2025, a Weller CYPB, an Old Rip Van Winkle. As you can see, the tickets there, $10 will give you one ticket. Let's see there. Was it $40 for 5 tickets? So good values there. Is it 60? No, it's 40. So you have some really good options there in order to, donate some money, help out the North Tampa Bottle Club, and help some people along the way. So, just putting it out there, guys. Always, if someone has I do want to say this. If anyone else has some sort of charity they want me to talk about or promote, just send it to me, whether it be through Facebook, through Instagram. I'm always happy to talk about any charity that's, helping people in need. So there you go. Still lost in castling is definitely butterscotch forward. Yeah, I think butterscotch for sure. Okay. So number 5 gets into more the citrus and mint. And out of all of these, this is the first time I've really run into the citrus and mint so far. That real citrus note you get in rye whiskey. I think I like my rye more than that one. Yep. So I like my rye better than this one and this one. It's close with 3. I think I like it better than 1. Not so much about 2. 2 is a little bit of an outlier. Okay. 13 Colony cast strength rye, spicy. Yeah, from what I remember, I think it was pretty spicy. All right, let's go to number 6 here. Let's see what we got. Ooh. All right, this one's coming in hot. Jason, can we talk about my fundraiser, the one that pays the shipping of drum key to Japan? You want to start a GoFundMe, Tommy? Go for it. Oh, wow. Now we get to number 6. Man, see, this is what I mean. Rye whiskeys can be so incredibly different. This one is more oak forward. It's darker. It's more caramel heavy. So you get the darker notes in it that you get with a rye. The spices, the cinnamon, the allspice, all of it are here on number 6. Might be a little bit more age in this one too. Oh, man. That thing's a flavor bomb. Wow. 6 is up there. 6 is spicy. It's rich. It's dense. It's not as dense as 2, but it's close. So 2, number 6, I should say, is up there. Number 2. One rye not too many people talk about is Middle West Spirits port finish. So good. Yeah, Rees, I'd love Middle West Dark Pumpernickel rye is I think it's one of the best ryes on the market you're going to find. I don't think enough people give it a chance. Dennis Rothschild said, join Barrel King to get your drum key. Can't wait to get, dude, I'm so excited. Thank you so much. That's cool. Love that you guys. Thank you guys so much for the support. I mean, this really is a dream come true. And I just really hope you enjoy the blend as much as I do. Nancy going to be back for Blendageddon? Maybe. That's actually a good reminder. I have to send out that email. Email judges. I got to get Cam on for like towards one of like the later rounds. So me and him can make people feel bad about their blends. Has anyone tried the rare character LR Rye Batch 4? No, not yet. Which was my favorite one that they came out with? Was it the Calvados? What was that Middle West that I loved? Was it the Calvados? I don't think it was the Calvados. I think it was the Vino de Naranja barrel they did. Oh my gosh. That Middle West Vino de Naranja barrel that they made was so freaking good. They didn't make enough of that. They need to make more of that. They need to, Middle West, if you're watching, make that Vino de Naranja barrel strength rye again. That shit was delicious. Oh my God, it was so good. Big Vic, can I be a judge? No, because you're in the competition. If you're in the competition, you can't be a judge. Nope. You can ask Nancy if she blends carefully. Oh yeah, Corbin Cash Rye, another great, really great bottles there. I brought the Vino de Naranja to the Blitz and nobody touched it. Well, John, in your defense, there was like 1,000 bottles at the Blitz. It was crazy. I do like Old Potrero, but I need to try more of it. I've only got a couple bottles of it. I haven't tried the super ultra age stuff yet. That's one of those things I need to get more into because the people that love Old Potrero really love it. It's a little bit more of a floral rye to me, at least the younger stuff. I really want to try it at a higher age. And I know Jason Coach is watching and he loves Old Potrero. All right, number 7. So Whiskey Habit. I'm not going to do a Whiskey of the Year for small distillers, but I have a bunch of bottles pulled aside that are new brands that I discovered this year that are smaller distillers that I think need to be put in the spotlight. I did kind of a live stream on some of them, but I did pull out a couple more that I forgot about that need to be mentioned. So there will be a video of that towards the end of the year. So for sure. Number 7's not doing it for me. Meh. Number 7 just doesn't have the punch that I'm looking for. Yeah, number 7's gonna have a tough time in this blind. Number 8, it's a solid rye. It's not measuring up to some of these other bangers. Middle West and Old Potrero Super Pot Stilly. I did not like those, says Eva. Middle West Pot Stilly? Really? Number 1 small distiller, Oakley. First of all, Oakley's not a distiller. They're not a distiller. They're a blending marketing machine. That's what they are. Oakley, in my opinion, is the new Blue Run, where they depend on dumb marketing to sell their bottles. It's stupid. A girl dancing in a rick house in front of a still that's not even hooked up to anything. Now you guys are gonna get me on a rant. Like that shit drives me so crazy. Let's just put a still that we bought for a photo or video prop, and we'll just put a pretty girl in front of it to dance around like she knows what the fuck bourbon is or what the hell that still even does, because it's not connected to anything. Dear Lord. Sauvage, Elixir, Oakley, Bourbon de Parfum. It's so ridiculous. The rant was the goal. Yeah, I can't stand it. I freaking. I mean, they're still using bespoke in marketing. They're still using ethos. They're still using all these dumb marketing words in, I don't know, in like whiskey marketing. I listen. I understand. Look, I'm in marketing. I do marketing for a living. I understand marketing. I understand that there are buzzwords that come into fruition each and every year. Sometimes they stay for a little longer and then they go away. But they get overused so much because they think that's like the hot button, like, word to use to sell something. And to me, when it gets overused, it seems just so unauthentic to me, or inauthentic, that it just turns me off. I hate it. And then when you have a brand like Oakley that just has no connection to the drinker, it's just a bunch of pretty people running in a field, not even drinking fucking whiskey. They're just riding a horse in the field. Like, what does that have to do anything with the whiskey? Obviously, they're trying to gear towards a more of a highfalutin type of client, or even worse, an uneducated type of client, or buyer is probably the best word. An uneducated buyer that doesn't really know any better, but they say pretty people riding on horses and dancing in front of a whiskey still that doesn't work. That's going to sell their whiskey because the buyer for that, the target audience, doesn't know any better. I don't know, dude. I understand there's pockets of this shit that goes on with distillers and blenders every single year. It just makes me like, just be authentic. Just tell drinkers what's in the bottle, where you got it from, and what you can say about it, and be done. Yeah. Back to the blind. Oh, 8's good. 8's very good. Yeah, they're obviously AI. I think they're AI created websites and ads and all that shit. It's crazy. Who's going to be the first distiller to blend a product by AI? I don't know how that would work, but what's going to be the first AI produced whiskey? That's my question, because it's coming. It's going to happen. They're probably already working on it. I mean, even if you just take AI and you throw like, all right, AI, I have this type of mash bills. I have these ages. Blend this for me and see what it does. There's going to be an AI blend at some point. If it hasn't already happened or already in production, for sure. Probably Buffalo Trace. Yeah. I would say Buffalo Trace. Heaven Hill could get on that train. I could see Jim Beam doing it. They have so much whiskey to play around with, and there's no end to the releases they come out with. Very citrusy, very sweet. 8's pretty good. Is it an upper echelon rye? No, but it's pretty good. 9. What do we got here? Tim Dog Hensley. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. People need to watch The Terminator again. Knob Creek AI Reserve. I mean, you never know. The Master Drum, Mac Mira pioneered the first AI-created whiskey in 2019, and others like Bespoke and Spirits use AI to optimize the maturation process, as Dennis... yeah. I mean, Dennis, there you go. But, so, yeah, AI already makes stickers and labels, but I want to see the first big distiller that's going to put something out via AI and promote it as such. That'll be interesting to see. Nine has some richness to it. Ooh, and a little. Okay. Wait, nine's on to something here. Nine has like this citrusy, funky oak note on it. That's really interesting. I'm digging that, whatever that is. Finish goes. Good spice point. Putting a little star on nine. Let's do one more sip of nine here. Nine is weird, but in a good way. Where it gives you all the best of what you want from a rye whiskey. The oak, the spice, the citrus notes, a little bit of sweet. But it's the finish. The little bit of like that weird oak punch you get on the back end is what sells it. I like nine a lot, actually. I wonder which one that is. This is going to be really interesting when this all shakes out, for sure. Man, mad respect for you, your palate, and the community you've developed. Keep going, man. Cheers. Oh, thanks so much, Jay's Whiskey Walk. Yeah, the community and the people and everybody that's been following me since 2018. You guys are the reason why this happened. So I will be forever in your debt, and that's just how it works. I think anybody that, Pursuit Spirits, Evernorth, any podcast or YouTuber or just anyone that has developed a brand based on, you guys and the support that you give us, we're honestly, we're all in your debt. There's no way around it. Yeah, we have a palate, and we have, a certain way we talk about whiskeys, and, that's, somewhat entertaining and somewhat lines up with your palate. But at the end of the day, it's you guys that drive all this. So, yeah, cheers to that. 10. Last one here. Oh, shit. Holy crap. Most slept on bottle for 2025? Is it the Jefferson's Cask Strength, 130 proof? Could be. I think that was a huge sleeper. I did a video on it. I'm not sure how many people went and got it, but that Jefferson's Cask Strength, 130 proof bourbon was a beast. And I think it was very slept on. Maybe until the point where people started making videos on it. Trying to think what other bottles up there were sleepers. You could probably make a case for the Stranahan's 12-year. I don't think anybody thought it was going to be that good. Oh, holy shit. 10. As much as I love 9, 10. Wow. You tried Providence 14-year? Yes, I did. Wesley, ampersand optimist. Yeah, dude, I know you keep. I'm waiting for a sample of that to try. I haven't gotten a sample of that to try yet. I'm hoping to try it. A lot of people are talking about it. JG says Jason is no different in person. Yeah, man. I mean, what you see is what you get. Sorry if I missed it, but when is the rye going to drop? My drum key rye, probably early next year. I think they've been bottled already, actually, because I was so happy with the end result. I think I bottled it. I heard mixed reviews of KC21. Is it that confusing? It's not that it's that confusing. I think it's because it's only 100 proof. And listen, there's a lot of weird variables in KC21 that people will either love or hate. If you dislike oak, you're not going to like Knob Creek 21. It's going to have oak in it. So you got to like oak. If you like high proof or hazmat, Knob Creek 21 isn't going to be the bottle for you. But if you just like a really well, high-aged, balanced bourbon, Knob Creek 21, I think, delivers as much as you can ask for a bourbon at that type of age statement that's completely balanced without being over oaked. And that's where I think Knob Creek 21 shines. I think a lot of people are shit on it because it's only 100 proof, and that's fine. But you have to understand the barrels for Knob Creek 21 weren't even 100 proof. They had to continually blend barrels to get it up to 100 proof because they were aging it on the bottom tier of the rick house. So it's not like they could have even made it 120 proof if they wanted to. So again, people are going to have their opinions. I get it, but not everything can be 130 proof or hazmat. It just doesn't work that way. And the Knob Creek 21 is a perfect example of a bourbon that is very, very well balanced for the age without going overboard. Shit, I would even say that Knob Creek 21 is better than some Pappy 23s I've had. And it's not even a debate. Pappy 23s, it's like licking a tree, some of them. Knob Creek 21, I would take over some Pappy 23s any day of the week, even over some Pappy 20s. So I don't want to hear it because some people that will say, oh, Knob Creek 21 is over oaked, they'll be the first assholes online to be like, give me that Pappy 20 or give me that Pappy 23. Because you know why? They don't care about how it tastes. They just care about the bottle on the shelf. That's all they give a shit about. So it's not about flavor. It's about the status of the bottle. But I'm telling you, Knob Creek 21, out of a lot of high-aged whiskeys that I've had, is one of the most balanced 21-year bourbons I've had. If you like high proof, like I said, it's going to fall short for you. Or if you dislike oak, it's going to fall short for you. Every palate's different. It's not that you're wrong or right. It's just what people like. So... yeah, it was another little rant. Sorry. This last one is another stupid good whiskey. Okay. So many craft whiskeys on 2025 that are sleepers. 8 years Smooth Ambler, Founders Release, Conviction Double Oaked, Southern Star, Sagamore Bourbon. Yeah, I would throw that in there. There's no such thing as wrong in tasting. It's fundamentally subjective exercise. For sure, Jason Coates. KC21 most underrated. That shit is good. Says Brooks Reed. What's up, Brooks? Brooks, I'm so disappointed in my Falcons this year. What the F happened? Dear God, dude. Yeah, I think KC21 you can kind of throw in that underrated camp. For sure. Okay, let's start weeding these out because we have a few that stick out here and we have a few that, a good amount that have kind of fallen short. So number one is weird. I don't really know where to place that one. I'm going to kind of leave that one on the side. Number two is definitely making it to kind of my top area here. What's your thoughts on the EHT Barrel Proof 14 and the two different proofs? How'd that happen, I wonder? I don't know. It could have been they made the batch and it changed over time. They didn't bottle it all at once and you had different proof points. Maybe they batched it. It didn't hit a specific yield they wanted, so they had to make another batch. There's probably different reasons for that, for sure. I actually got the new E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof. If you want, I could crack that open. I don't know. I didn't even look what proof it was, but I could taste it if you guys want. Jason, have you tried the Injury 11-year single malt? No, but I do have a bottle of Injury. It is a really cool. Dude, Jason gets me fired up. Rant number 2. Let's go. I don't know how it has. Yeah. Okay. Never rant about your NFL team until your team is the Arizona Cardinals. I'm telling you, the Cardinals and the Falcons should ask for. We should file a lawsuit to the team for just torturing us this year. All right, so I'm starring number 2. Number 3. Oh, number 3 is so good too. Number 3 tastes like Thomas H. Handy. But Thomas H. Handy is not in this blind. But number 3 tastes like Thomas H. Handy. Number 4. Number 4, solid. Number 5. Number 5 has a really good smoky spiciness to it, which I really like. I'm probably going to start number 5. Number 6. Falls a little short. Number 7, I know I didn't like. I'm not going to, not that I didn't like it. I just felt like it fell short. I'm not going to revisit that one. 8. Yeah. 9. 9 I liked and 10 I liked, I know. So 9, 10. So let's see here. I have 3. Well, I have 2, 3, 5. 6 was a flavor bomb. And then 9 and 10. All right. So those are my tops. Yeah, Michael Penix is out for the season. He might be out for a little bit next season too. They have to like reconstruct his entire knee. I don't know, dude. It's great. And here's the sad thing. The knee that I forgot which knee it was, but the knee that he hurt in college, it's the other knee. So it's his other knee that he hurt. So it's a fucking mess. All right. So I have 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, and 10. So I have a top 6 here. So now I have to narrow my top 6 down to my top 3. And let's go. Let's do this. Are we already over American Single Malt? I feel like that ship hit an iceberg. No, I don't think we're over it. I don't think it's actually hit yet. I think the iceberg is still kind of far away because I don't think enough people have tried really good American Single Malt. I still think there's lessons to be learned with American Single Malt. People haven't tried enough really good American. There's really good American Single Malt out there, and I don't think people. I think the Kentucky distillers that tried to put out American Single Malt that hit an iceberg. Because they put out bullshit quality stuff at a really young age and didn't let it age up to get to the quality that some of these other ones are making. Like Westward, Westland, Quintessential at Cedar Ridge, Del Bach, Old Line. Those guys care about American Single Malt. So they make really good product. Then you have like Bullet and Jim Beam and Heaven Hill or whoever trying to make single malt. That fucking sucks. That kills it. It just kills the reputation of all other American single malt out there. And people, again, just like I said before, people try a peated whiskey, people try a peated scotch, and it ruins them for scotch going on. You try some bullshit out of Kentucky from an American single malt that they rush to the market because they want to be trendy instead of actually aging it up and getting it to a point where it tastes delicious, like Del Bach does, like Cedar Ridge does. People try that Kentucky one for the first time, kills the experience. They don't want to try any other single malt. That's the problem with American single malt right now, is the big dogs get in on the game because they think there's a profit to be had there, but it's not ready for prime time. So that's what's wrong with American single malt. If you're out there, if you're watching right now and you haven't really tried good American single malt, I implore you, before you write it off, try something from Del Bach, try something from Old Line, try something from Cedar Ridge, the quintessential American single malt. Try something from Westward. Westward has a great cast strength. They do picks. Just try some of those before you write it off. Because if Bullet, single malt, Claremont Steep, single malt was like your first introduction, yeah, you're going to hate it. You know why? Because that shit sucks. It sucks. So don't make a snap judgment based on Kentucky distillers making American single malt, because they're not the pioneers. It's the people outside of Kentucky that are pioneering American single malt. Yeah, I can't do one. Okay, 2, 3, 5, 6, 9, 10. Let's see who gets to the. Let's rank these. So 2. Two is so stupid good. I can't get enough of it. 3. These two are so different, but they're so equally impressive. You have dark, dense, chocolatey, almost malty in a weird way on 2. 3 is fruity, sweet, spicy, everything you want in rye whiskeys here. All right. 2 and 3 are tops. I think these two are making it to the top. You know, I have 10 pours here. We're going to pick 4 from this. So we'll have 4 or 5. So we'll do 7 pours next week to choose the top rye whiskeys of the year. So we're going to do 4 here tonight, because I do really believe that there are 4 really good ones here. 2 and 3 are making it through regardless. 2 and 3 are insanely good. But 5, 6, 9, and 10, this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. So 5, 6, oh, dude, 6 is so good. I think I like 6 just a little bit over 5. Oh, McCarthy's. Thank you, Jay Porter. That was the brand I couldn't think of. McCarthy's. Out, I believe they're in Oregon, if I remember correctly. Incredible single malts they make too, McCarthy's. 9. Man, I like 9 a lot. There's something about 9. But I can only pick 2. 9 and 10. Oh, 10 is stupid. 10's making it through. So I have 2, 3, 10. What's going to be the 4th entry? Is it 5, 6, or 9? These are the 3 I have to taste through here real quick. And then we'll do the reveal. No love for Stranahan. Again, Lamar, I said earlier, Stranahan's to me, they killed it with the 12-year. Killed it with the 12-year. The Founders Reserve. But I have to see that more consistently through them. And honestly, I don't get a lot of access to Stranahan's. They have more whiskeys than I know that are really impactful and really good. I just haven't really gotten to that point yet to try it. So, but that Founders 12-year reserve from Stranahan's, I would put them up there just for that. It was that good. Man, 5 is close. 5 is close. 6. Nine. I really like 9. I'm going to go with 9. 9. All right. So it doesn't really matter rank here right now because I'm just trying to get 4. But it's going to be 2, 3, 9, 10. Making it through. 2, 3, 9, 10. These are my top 4 I'm taking out. Now the rest of them. Let's find out what we have here, guys. Here we go. And my bottle cam died, so I can't do the dramatic reveal right now, unfortunately. Let's go to the answer key. Here we go. All right. This is going to be good. Okay, so that's 2, 3. That's 9, 10. So that means this is number 1. Number 1 was the super, super savory one. This is the one that had all the, reminded me of stuffing on Thanksgiving. This is letter H. Letter H belongs to, I like this rye, but I don't know. I don't know. This is the Pursuit United Triple Mash Barrel Proof. I feel like this one was on the fringe, but I think it was so savory. It just didn't really do it for me. So Pursuit United Triple Mash Rye. I think this would probably be my number 5, maybe number 6 in the ranking. Really great rye from Pursuit United. Really love this one, but you have to like savory flavors because I think Ryan, who usually blends a super sweet rye, went really savory with this one. And maybe it's because it's that triple mash bill. So, yep. Was the Pursuit glass A? If so, I called it. Yeah, Kenneth Rathburn. That was the first glass that I tried. Number 1 was the Pursuit United rye. I mean, Kenneth, in your experience with trying that, did you find it as savory as I did? Just curious. Okay. Number 4. Number 4, let me see here. Number 4, I put as okay. So this was letter C. And this belonged to, this was the Raconteur Rye Gemini number 1. So very solid rye, but even when I tasted Gemini 1 versus 2, I went over the moon for Gemini 2 versus 1. So this doesn't surprise me. Gemini 2 is going to be in the top tier of rye whiskeys, but Gemini 1, I don't think lived up to that level that I wanted, especially in this blind tasting. But Gemini 1 also went against some heavy hitters. We rehydrating 12-year last moment. Okay, well, hold on. Leopold is kind of niche. Also, what are they putting out nowadays? Leopold. I haven't seen a lot from Leopold, to be honest. Yeah, it definitely leaned into the herbs and pepper. Not a conventionally approachable profile, even for rye, but I do appreciate how it bucks that profile trend. Yeah, Kenneth, I would wholeheartedly agree with that. I think that there's a market for that triple mash. It's different. It's so savory. It is. It's different. Okay. So let's go to glass number 5 here, which was letter J. Letter J goes to, wow. I thought this was going to be, I thought this bottle was in the top 4. Interesting. It's the 13th Colony. Really? Wow. That's probably the biggest surprise so far. I thought 13 Colony was going to easily be top 4. And it didn't hit the mark for me in this flight. Wow. That's so far is the biggest surprise so far is that I thought 13 Colony. I actually thought number I actually thought number 6 was the 13th Colony, but it was number 5. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. It is MGP. It is MGP. So yeah, it just didn't hit the mark. All right, let's go to number 6. Now I really want to know what number 6 is because number 6 was on the fringe. This was letter E. Letter E belongs to. Wait a second. Okay, well, I fucked this up because now oh, never mind. Sorry. Did I read this wrong? I'm sorry. I read it wrong. And it's only because there's 2 13ths in here. Letter J was 13th century rye. Letter J was 13th century rye. Sorry, I have terrible handwriting. So you have 13th century and 13th colony. Hopefully you guys can understand the mix up. 13th century was letter J. So this one was good. So that means this one was letter E, and I thought that it was the 13th colony, and it was. So the 13th colony was number 6 in the blind tasting. Okay. I can't read. So in my defense, guys, I have terrible handwriting. So 13th century and 13th colony look a little bit similar. especially after this many rye whiskeys. All right. Let's go to, this is now number 7. So number 7 didn't really test well at all when I went through it. I just kind of wrote meh on the bottom. And this is letter A. This one belongs to, really? You guys love this bottle? Okay. It's the old Overholt 12-year. $117 proof. It drinks lighter than that. Well, maybe because my palate is just kind of crazy. So, all right. You know what? I'll say this. This old Overholt it's a really tasty rye whiskey, but man, against these other ones, it just didn't live up to the hype. But it is a solid rye. I'll give you that. So we have, okay, 6, 7. 6, 7. Last one here is letter G. Letter G belongs to, letter G, I would say, is on the cusp, and that one is the Michter's 10-year single barrel rye. As much as I love this bottle each and every year, I think that Michter's 10-year was a little bit off this year. I don't know what it was about it. It didn't have the dense sweetness. It didn't have the long finish that I love, even though it's a lower proof. This one just didn't do it for me in 2025. I'm not really sure what happened with this one, but it wasn't my favorite. All right. It's top 4 time. Here we go. My top 4 from round 2 goes to, now these glasses are making it to the next round, just so you know. Letter F, number 4, belongs to, wait a second, is that right? Oh yeah, I could see that being right. Actually, no. I think that was, no, I had these switched. Sorry, guys. I had those switched. Okay. Letter number 4 belongs to, did not think that this bottle would get this high, but I'm kind of ashamed. Sazerac 125 proof got 4th place. Oh, God. That's the last thing I wanted to happen. Oh, my God. That can't happen. I'm ashamed. I'm a little ashamed. That can't happen. Sazerac 125 proof gets 4th place? No, that was not supposed to happen. Oh, shit. 3rd place. Shit. Oh my God. That was not, no. 3rd place goes to, where is it? The Sagamore 10-year. Sagamore 10-year gets 3rd place. This is a ridiculously good rye. This is the one I thought tasted like Handy. So it makes sense. Sagamore 10-year if there was the perfect alternative to Thomas H. Handy, if you don't want to spend $600 on a Thomas H. Handy, just get a Sagamore 10-year. This thing is so freaking good. Sagamore 10-year easily, and I kind of knew that Sagamore was going to make the top tier here. So perfect. Glass number 2 goes to the D, which is Elijah Craig Barrel Proof Y2K. It's actually Y725. Y725, the batched Elijah Craig Barrel Proof rye that they released at the distillery. This thing is so stupid good. Kind of thought it would do well. And then number 1 is, I mean, there's no way around it, guys. This Jack Daniel's Tanyard Hill Rye is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it gets number 1 in tonight's flight. Now, so that means next week it will be Sagamore 10-year, Tanyard Hill Rye, Elijah Craig Y725 or Y2K as I call it, Saz 125 proof against New Riff High Note 10-year, Old Forester President's Choice Rye, and the Raconteur Rye Gemini number 2. If you ask me, that's a ridiculously good lineup. Holy shit. Price of the Tanyard Hills has went up even more. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. Now, here's the real question. How does my rye stack up with the top? I'll tell you what, I like my rye better than... I like my rye better than the Sazerac. I think out of all the ryes here, I think my rye lines up with the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof rye out of all of them, for sure. Yep. Wow. Incredible rye whiskeys here tonight. Sagamore 10-year. I actually thought Sagamore 10-year was going to be second place, but interesting. Jason BT says you're on the BTEC list now. I really didn't think it was going to do that well. Oh my God. Sazerac, if you're watching, I didn't mean for that to happen, but if you want to put me on your sample list, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, guys. Next week, finale. The best rye of 2025 coming out here for the Mash and Drum. And this Friday, Drum Key launching right here on Patreon. If you're a Patreon of the Mash and Drum, or if you were able to get it for through Barrel King. I just want to say to everybody, not only do I hope you had a really great Thanksgiving, but thank you so much for the support. Again, as I stated before, this bottle does not happen without all of you. So before I get too misty-eyed, I just want to say thank you for making my dream come true. And anybody that gets this bottle or buys this bottle, I hope that you know deep down that I worked as hard as I can to make this a really, really terrific and delicious whiskey. And I really hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So thank you so much to you. Thank you to Jared and the team at Barrel King for making this happen. This bottle will be out in the, to use a marketing term, it will be out in the ether real soon. And I just couldn't be, this is a very, very proud moment and a great way to finish off the year 2025. So thank you guys for watching tonight. Love all of you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for all the encouragement. And like I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It's the people you share it with, and it's the people you build a brand with. So thank you guys again so much. I will see you here next week on the Mash and Drum for the finale of the rye whiskey of the year for 2025. Thank all of you guys so much, and I will see you next week right here on the Master and Drum. Cheers, everybody. If you're a patron, after party coming at you. See you soon.